Hello everyone and welcome back to my terraforming guide. Today we're going to be focusing on waterscaping. We're going to be doing 3 different ponds and one sort of infinity river kind of thing. I don't know what you would really call it, but we're going to be focusing on these basics today just because I know waterscaping in particular can be very tricky when you are first getting started. But if you're looking for something a bit more challenging, don't worry, I already have a video filmed up for our more advanced waterscaping tutorial. I just realized I didn't want to throw a huge waterscaping tutorial at you guys before even getting into the basics of waterscaping. Now, starting with the highly requested heart pond, we're basically going to start with this really weird shape that essentially ends up being a 4x5 by 3x3. To create this heart, you're going to just have to keep in mind that we're rounding out certain edges. In order to keep this the most simple for yourself, what I like to do is I like to start with the 4 slot first and then go over to the side and do the 3 slot and then work my way out to the other side and go up to the 4, and then you'll see right here that it just makes it so much easier to round out the corners. Alright, now that we've filled all that in, we're going to work on rounding out these corners, which is going to give us that heart shape. So this is what I meant. If you just do the middle portion first, it's going to naturally round out the other corners for you, which is why I prefer to do it in this shape. And then after we're done with rounding out those corners, we have a beautiful little heart pond, and you are free to decorate it however you would like. These heart-shaped ponds honestly look good on any island regardless of your theme. If it's a city island, it adds a cute little touch. If it's a forest core island, it's the same exact thing. Honestly, it works for many different themes. I don't think the heart-shaped pond is exclusive to just one kind of island. Next up, we're going to be working on this really cute 4-leaf clover pond. It's essentially just going to be 4 of the heart ponds put together, and it is going to be 11 by 12, so you are going to need quite a bit of space for this one. Since I've already shown you the heart pond tutorial, we're going to fast forward through most of this one since it's creating just 4. You'll find the trickiest part is actually right here, flipping the design to the opposite sides. I always have trouble with that for some reason, but it's really easy once you get the hang of it. And once you do make a mistake, it's really easy to catch it. As you can see here, I realized pretty quickly like, oh, I need to go 1 down because I didn't count when I was making this. But honestly, other than that, that's kind of the trickiest part. I would say don't do what I do. I should have started with the angle that I was most comfortable with and then worked my way from there. But for whatever reason, when I was actually doing this pond, I decided to make my life harder and I went with what I wasn't the most comfortable with, and it ended up taking me longer than it would have if I had just worked my way out from the side that I was most comfortable with. Anyways, after we finish rounding out this corner, we're gonna have our fully completed clover pond, and I'm gonna show you exactly what that looks like here. I think this is a very beautiful way to add a little bit of fun to your island, and here's what it looks like on your map if that's something that you care about. But moving on, we're gonna actually be doing our crescent moon pond, which, to be honest, to me, I feel like it doesn't fully look like a crescent moon unless you're looking at it on the map or you're looking at it from a specific angle. So if you don't fully see it, don't fly into a rage like I did when I was trying to do this for the first time a few years ago. So we're gonna begin by filling in the entirety of the outline that I've laid out. I made sure to include like a really long clip of what the outline looked like so you guys can kind of screenshot it and just copy paste it to your islands if you want. But I am going to be fast forwarding through most of this footage just because it did take a while to actually terraform this entire pond. I wanted to show you guys what this pond looked like before you rounded out all the corners, and this is what it would look like on your map. You can see the crescent moon is really taking shape here, but it would look a lot better if you rounded out the corners, which is what we're going to be doing right now. Alright, and there we have our crescent moon pond. I think it came out really good. You can add some shrubs and flowers to really complete the look. I think these crescent moon ponds look amazing on fairy core islands in particular, but really any island will work with this pond. And here's how it will look on your island map. Again, I personally don't pay too close attention to my island map. They're always kind of a mess. But next we're going to be moving on to another kind of pond, and this is actually going to be, I'm not sure if you would call it like an infinity pond, but it's going to be something like that. So getting started with this infinity pond, I'm going to start with terraforming my second tier, and I kind of continued on with the heart theme that kind of was throughout this video, and I terraformed a second tier into a small heart. And once I have that heart all fully formed, I'm going to be able to create my infinity pond off of this second tier. Now that we have our second tier fully formed, we can start working on the bottom portion of our infinity pond, which is just going to be the actual pond. And this is pretty easy. It's just a basic pond that I'm going to be rounding out the corners for. Once we're done with the bottom layer, we can start connecting the infinity pond, which is really easy. It's just connecting the 2 points together. And once we're done with that, we want to go back and finish rounding out that bottom layer where the waterfall falls. And once we do that, we officially have our beautiful infinity pond, and we are officially done with this episode of my terraforming guide. I hope you guys enjoyed this really easy intro into waterscaping, and I hope you were able to pick up some tips and tricks for your island, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!